First and absolutely foremost, rest in peace to Kyron Lacey. And I'm now seeing, because footage has come out, people posting allegedly the people who were involved. Like, have we learned no lessons? Like, let it sort itself out. Just let it sort itself out. It seems like the lawyer is on it. Like, it seems like the lawyer is on the case. We don't need to do anything here. I understand the sentiments, but the last time people had similar sentiments, we say things like rest in peace to that person because of all of that.
Turns out the police lied, man. I just can't believe this.
No, that doesn't sound right. Doesn't really sound right. Yeah. DeMarcado, 2 carries for 81 yards, will never see the field again. Yeah, no, that's football, baby.
I'm serious. Like, what's the appropriate consequence for dropping the football at the end? Like, I'll be boomer on this. Like, in my days, they cut you, Mick. I think that's a bit too harsh now, but I like legit. What do you do?
What's like the opposite of Bounty Gate? Like, that's what it should, like, on your own team.
And now I think that's Bounty Gate still. I think I think he had money on whoever. It just happened to be they was locked in. The Titans did a thing.
Another. Oh yeah, 21-19. Look at our Titans. Oh, no, I haven't seen it. I don't know. What would you grade today's football slate? Boring. Even like the comeback, the morning game comeback the Vikings had, it very much felt like, yeah, this is probably going to be a touchdown, and then it was.
I don't know. As with most slates, when it's bad, it picks up late, and I'm
sure.
Yeah, 21-19. Titans missed the extra point, so it should be 21-20. I can't imagine that single point will have any bearing on anything. Washington's currently up. What else happened, man? I'm out on Jake Brown. I was team give Jake Browning a chance. We have given Jake Browning a chance. I no longer have a desire to give Jake Browning a chance.
Well, we have to watch this touchdown because it is very special.
Everyone covered, slings it back. It's deflected and
oh no,
fumbled.
Touchdown. Who recovered that? Pollard?
More? I couldn't begin to tell you. Oh, of course, Tyler Lockett. Yeah, that's
a very Titans Cardinals-y touchdown. Tipped, looks like tipped, picked,
had to have
fumbled, kicked, tapped, touchdown. Just the way you draw it up, man.
Unbelievably funny. Yeah.
I was out on Callahan. I was too trigger happy.
Yeah, you didn't know he had that one in the bag. I understand. Now you know. And that's Titans talk. I don't know. I don't know that we'll be doing that again.
No, I got way too many Titans on my fantasy team.
Not a good sign.
Just too many. Like one is
Jeffrey Simmons.
I've got two. Yeah, listen. If he was tight, if he was flex eligible, Simbo in there would be a much better choice than what I've got. That looks like a flag on the chart. I don't know what the Chargers got going on.
Nothing.
I know Jaden Daniels is back, but
big Bill hours.
One fumble, 2 touchdowns. That seems to even out.
Oh, he fumbled?
I believe
I didn't start him, so I'm not too caught up on his points.
Let me make sure. He did lose a fumble, but he also still has 111 yards, 2 tutties, and 39 yards receiving. So you live with that.
16 total touches, quick 150 yards for the kid. That'll do. That will do.
I'll tell you what won't do, Mick. Streaming a tight end has never been harder than in today's political climate. I and many others got the word that Brock Bowers has finally decided to stop dragging this cast of a leg around. So I'm trying to decide who who do I go with? I end up going with Tommy Tremble. He had a good week last week. Bryce Young sometimes looks good. I was between he and Taysom Hill. There were a lot of options, but a lot of them were not available. In my Darren Waller was the clear, and Theo Johnson, of course. But come on,
Waller, I'll never trust again. I've seen him talk too many times for me to trust him on my team. Like, no.
This is the time. He's very ebbs and flows. This is the time to trust Waller. Next year, when somebody's like, "Hey, look what he did last year," that's what it's like. You do there. You want nothing to do with Waller. Yeah. Listen. The Dolphins need everything that they have right now, and they don't have a whole lot. So he could be wide receiver one. Game-winning field goal. Tampa Bay's got it.
Tampa won
38-35 as time expired.
So all of their wins have essentially been walk-off wins.
Chiefs won a couple Super Bowls like that.
For sure.
And let me say, a beautiful aesthetic game. The white and creamsicle oranges and the old vintage Seahawks jerseys. That's
the Steve Largent boys.
A beautiful game.
Yeah, I suppose Isaac Tesla just scored. I'm going up against Goff, so I didn't need that. I'm currently up 50.
That's pretty.
He has 2 Chiefs and Hunter Henry going.
Which Chiefs?
Talking tight ends. Excuse me. So he has Kareem Hunt. Not like he'll score, but not much else.
He may. We'll see.
And then Xavier Worthy, who could reinvent the position or do nothing. And I'm going Kayshon Boutte tonight for my last little points. I could have put Bill in. I didn't. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to find spot. If I lose this, it wasn't meant to be. I'm going to be like the number 2 point scorer in the league this week. So if I lose to number 1, that happens. That's how it happens.
I'm already out. I don't have to watch these games at all. My interest is done here. I'm cooked for the week. Yeah, Bowers and Bijan bye week cooked me. I was hoping to find a steal. Tommy Tremble was not a steal. It is Big Rashad White hours. That is confirmed. It was not Big Woody Marks hours.
No,
that is also confirmed. Though I think it's a good sign because they blew them out and they didn't want to play Woody Marks. It's like we think we're going to use you, so we're not going to. So good for the battle, bad for the war. No, excuse me, good for the war. Bad for
I did see first half he and Chubb were dead even in terms of playing time. Snap count was dead even in the first half. But yeah, that was a laugher. I mean, the Ravens are done, right? Like, can we officially? Do they have a fork in them?
Yeah, since like week 2. 1 and 4.
They were up so many points on the Bills in week 1. So many points, Withers, and then they just lost that, and they haven't recovered.
Like, I don't think Derrick Henry has 100 yards since. I saw that Lamar. They said it's an outside chance Lamar can come back for week 6, but they have a bye week 7. So I'm saying, like, what am I?
Yeah.
What am I rushing him back for to have a bye week? Like, you're 1 and 4 right now. You're cooked. You're essentially cooked. It's also Rams this week. That's what it was. It's Rams this week, bye week, and then Bears the 26th, Dolphins the 30th. So do you want to rush him back for a bye week where he then has 2 games in 4 days for a hamstring? Love to rush a guy back off a hamstring injury for a 1 and 4
team. It's not like
team.
he uses his legs.
For a 1 and 4 team where everybody else is hurt. It ain't like come on, Lamar. This is a championship team without you.
Yeah, I mean the defense. 5. They had like $150 million of payroll on the injured list this week, so I understand they've had their issues outside of just Lamar, but I still don't. I can't accept a Ravens team being this poor defensively. That just doesn't make sense in my brain.
16 minutes ago, Harbaugh Harbaugh says spiraling Ravens must stick together. That's definitely what you want to see.
Yeah.
When asked if he will consider changes with defensive coordinator Zach Orr and the defensive staff, quote, "We have to go to work is what we need to do. We need to stick together is what we need to do. We need to find ourselves, and that has to do with coaches and players working together." So it sounds like, I mean, the headline, what he's sticking with DC Orr, so it doesn't sound like that's going to be changed. If you're the Ravens, honestly, do you make a change even if you're firing Harbaugh? Does it help you to fire him midseason? Like at this point, do I just like, what's my rush at this point? If I know it's over, if I know I have to get a jump on, I guess, whatever head coach in like week 15, 16, all that. But to this extent, we're cooked, man. Do we?
Yeah, it's
has he earned that? Can I just let the old man just run out the tape? He's gone at the end of the year, but what's the rush?
Yeah, it's one of those things too where because of the injuries, he can point to the injuries, but they were losing before the injuries. So that's where, I mean, what was it, week 1? I came on here and was like, do they need to fire him? I don't know that because
that was the Bills week, so yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, I don't know that they will. And to your point, I would only do it mid-season if I thought there was someone on staff I wanted to get a look at.
Right. Like if you have that guy, but it ain't gonna be the defensive coordinator. It ain't it ain't gonna be the offensive coordinator. To which I say, like Doug Peterson last year. It's like we could fire him, let an interim try, or we could just like we know we're clearing house probably at the end of the year. What do we? Let them run out the string again. Bye week in 2 weeks, and then you've got Bears, Dolphins, 2 very winnable games in 5 days. But am I rushing any of these injured guys back for the chance to maybe be like 2-6? Like,
yeah, I mean, I
understand. Feel worth it.
I understand the thought process where we need to start winning now, but if your goal is to still make the playoffs, which I guess is feasible, if they scrape out 9-8, like I'm not saying that's a guarantee, but there are years 9-8 will get you in. If you win the right 9 games, if they're all in division, if you're like the one holding the Steelers in their place. I mean, the Browns aren't like out of the division at this point.
No, well, I was gonna say it's gonna have to be like if you handle, they've beat the Browns once, you'd have to beat them again, beat the Bengals twice. Burrow might be back by then, but they might be having the same question with him. Are we bringing Joe Burrow back to a 2-9 team? What's even the point?
Right.
So you could, but I do feel like if you are thinking we can still make the playoffs, I would tell Lamar to rest this week, take the bye week. We'll go at it after that, because if you're not healthy, then none of this matters. Us being the wild card doesn't matter if you're healthy. We're not taking anybody off guard. So I'd take the bye week, and I'd take the Rams and then the bye week, go from there.
Your boy Browning doing his best Justin Fields impression, getting those fourth quarter stats up, and watching Jamar's had a good game. It came in the second half, but 6 catches, 110 yards, 2 tugs. T. Higgins has 3 for 22, 1 touchdown. Seeing them somewhat struggle, less so today, but pretty much since.
Cam Ward is doing things. Cam Ward is doing things.
He will do that.
The Titans are in field goal position. 20 seconds, 25 seconds left.
But seeing that really makes me appreciate how Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. I think Justin Jefferson would get 120 yards with either of us starting at quarterback.
He has. He's done more with less. So
I think they're unbelievable. Hawkinson's such a nice little weapon. Whatever they paid for him, it doesn't matter. They do use him a lot. I'm so impressed with those 3 pass catchers and how they can make it work with whatever quarterback they're given. It's not, they've had zero consistency at the position really since they got there.
I think it all come from Jefferson. It's like, if he ain't complaining, how can I complain?
It's not even a complaint thing. It's like they produce. It's not just like, well, we're giving it our best. It's like, no, they still go out there and put up numbers. Like Addison
show up late, but once he's there, he go up and he make things happen.
He drives
to see the city, man.
120 miles an hour to be 3 hours late. Yeah.
He said he wanted to see the city. I was like, Okay, listen, Justin Jefferson said he talked to him. I said, if my captains handled it, if my leaders handled it, then it's handled. Yeah, it's handled. We got the dub. I don't know if JJ getting his job back, man. And it's not that Wentz has looked. I don't know. Not that Wentz has looked so incredible, but I think they can run their offense. They can run the offense that they want to run with Carson Wentz. He still takes way too many hits. There's times he should like either eat the play, chuck it, run for 2 yards. I don't think you get that out of him. But when the rest of the team is that ready to win, I don't know. I don't know how easy it's going to be to just hand it back to JJ McCarthy, where it's like, okay, we have to scale back the offense again for it might to like. Again, we saw him. What was it? 3 games, 2 games. He wasn't off to a particularly hot start.
No, he had a hot quarter, and someone Palimpsest is saying it's the offensive line. Yeah, I'm not saying it's Carson Wentz by any stretch, but like I haven't looked up their stats. I'm sure they're a fine offensive line. Was Darisaw hurt last year? Do I have that right?
I believe so.
Yeah, so that's where it's just, and like you had Bradbury last year, who was bad for you. So I know the line wasn't elite last year. If it is this year, good for them. But they've been doing this over. I know he's back now, but that's what I'm saying. This isn't a 5-week sample size I'm talking about. This is a multi-year thing where it's just Justin Jefferson and whoever the fuck, and it works every time, every single time.
Yeah, 7 games last year for Darisaw. He's played 2. If he played today, that'd be 5 games today. But last year, he missed most of.
So yeah, I can't put any stock into the Texans win. Like they had to do that, so they handled their business, but do it against a real team.
How many real teams are there? That's why we're getting to the point where if there are less real teams than fake teams, that just one at a time play who's in front of you, but I don't know how many real teams we got.
I see you're wearing that hat that you went out and bought this afternoon. Are you the only one getting no audio? Everyone else seems to be getting it, so I'm going to lean yes. But you're wearing that hat tonight. If the Patriots win this game, which I don't think is that crazy, the Bills have won their games. They've struggled with the Saints. They really shouldn't have beat the Ravens. They did, so they get credit for that. But they haven't looked like world beaters. No one in the AFC has outside of the fucking Colts. If the Patriots win this game tonight, they're going to be a top 4 team in the AFC, let alone the AFC East. Like that's how large of a win would be tonight. Yeah, who
were the 4? If they win, assuming they win,
still be the Bills, still the Bills, the Colts, the Jags, and then us.
The Steelers beat y'all.
Yeah, they did. I'm largely unimpressed with them. They did beat us, but I don't.
3-1, and they beat y'all. So if y'all in this mix, they have to be.
I'm not saying they're not in the mix, but if I had to see them again, I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Did he miss that?
No, someone said
Titans win. The Titans. Yeah. I was gonna say, it was one of the refs did like the. Okay, no, it's good.
Yeah.
Titans get. I can't take the Cardinals serious, man.
No, very unserious team. Did any teams in black jerseys win today? Because the Jets wore them. They look wholly unserious.
Things not going well for the Jets either.
No, and I don't get there is talent on that team, player-wise. We've seen it. We saw that defense look so much better last year, and then they brought in the defensive guys. So I don't really understand.
Listen, he taking his. I've been a Justin Fields advocate, and it is not working out, man. I just don't know if he can be the guy. I wondered, is it time to trade Breece Hall? Like this is year 4 for Breece, so it's not even like you can work an extension out. It's after the year he is at. Like, is there a reason we're holding on? Are we ready to pay him and feature him the way he wants, or can we potentially? Like honestly, I'd call the Cardinals. It's like James Conner's not coming back. DeMarco's, you want to keep giving him 20 touches? Good luck with that.
Saints wore black today, apparently, so they did win in black.
They did got the. I would call the Bears as well. It's like, hey, this DeAndre Swift thing is not working. do y'all want some Brees Hall or Chiefs potentially? I think the Chiefs are just going to keep shuffling guys until. I mean, they may also still trade for a guy, but I might be looking if I'm not trading Brees Hall, I'm looking to move him.
Like I watched a good bit of that game. It was the local game today. And that first drive the Jets had, they walked down the field. And then they got to the red zone and ran 3 of the shittiest plays I've ever seen. And I'm not here to be like Fields was held back by everybody, but at the same time, the play calling's so bad. And I like the box score looks fine. Like but it was a lot of fourth quarter when the game was already over when he put up a lot of his stats. But like we've said about like Darnold and Baker going to these teams that believe in them, I don't believe there's a single person in the Jets organization that believes in Justin Fields with like the way they're limited. Like he can throw downfield, and it's not even something they're considering. I don't know if the offensive line is cheeks. I know Elijah Vera Tucker's hurt again, but this is another team. They had Fashanu and Buddy from Membu. Like they've been consistently. I saw Tittman out there. I think he was a 2nd or a 3rd round pick last year. I know they moved him from center to guard, but still, like they've invested almost exclusively in the trenches. Almost exclusively. Sauce looked really good today until he got burnt for the touchdown. Like as bad as the Jets have looked, I really do think they were about 2, maybe 3 plays away from just winning this game, like rather easily. But you got to shout out Schottenheimer. I saw he's the first rookie coach since Sean Payton in New Orleans to have the top offense in the league through this many weeks.
I don't think the Jets are capable of winning any game easily, especially when they end up losing this by 3 scores. Like it could have been closer, but I don't know how they feel about like the Justin Fields experiment. The things you were describing about the Jets offense is like you could have said those for the Eagles offense. It's like however they fit. It's like Shannon Sharp said it's like AJ Brown runs 3 routes. It's like, yeah, I bet he is pissed. And not that he was ever Mr. Run every single route on the route tree, that was ever his game. But yeah, I think Saquon had 9 touches today. Fields threw a 40 time. They had another like double-digit lead, and the offense went to shit. Yeah,
same guy,
same thing. The offense went to, I think it was 4 punts and 5 possessions, and the 5th was like the end of the game in the second half. So
there were 3 3-and-outs. One of them they picked up. The first one was out at halftime. Yeah. They picked up 1 first down and then went 3-and-out, 3 3-and-outs, and then the last possession. Which I mean, shout out AJ Brown, tremendous, perfect coverage on that Hail Mary. But that last possession, because there was some violation or there was a timeout, something happened where there was a lot of time in between. And the Broncos dropped everyone back. So there were only 3 defensive linemen. And they were at the 25, 30, the Eagles were, something like that. Is that not the perfect scenario? And I'm being dead serious. Is that not the perfect scenario to run the tush push? Who's stopping
full
that?
Line in front of them?
Yeah, you get rid of the first 3 guys. They're done. Like they have nothing for that. And then all the other guys are spread out. You're not stopping
20 yards
30-yard tush push. And if anything, you keep Saquon like 7 yards behind it. So if you do have to pitch it to him, he can kind of tell you which direction and take off. I'm so serious. Like the Hail Mary works so infrequently. Why not try an insane tush push like that?
Honestly, they put a wrinkle on it last week. Maybe that should just be the first down offense if that's what works. Because I will say they did get hosed on a non-call toward the end. That would have been holding, but even they still needed a touchdown. So it's like they still would have had to get the ball into the end zone. And it's tough. AJ Brown stopped on that route, man. That ball might have hit him in stride. And he stopped on a deep ball that I think Jalen Hurts got a little flack for. And you're rewatching, it's like, I think Hurts stopped on the route. So I don't know. They get up, and I know Lane Johnson played. I don't know how well he looked. I don't know who the Eagles, this was their first loss, but it
feels like they're
hasn't looked good,
now with everything that comes out after every game.
We got Thursday night at the New York Giants. That feels like peak Jackson Dart has 182 total yards, but somehow beats the Eagles, and we're at DEFCON 8, not quite 9. It just doesn't, like, the process doesn't look like losing to the Broncos. It happens. The way you got up and the offense just died.
Yeah, it was 17-3.
Yeah. Again, like, not an insurmountable lead, but when your offense just died, yeah, it is a very surmountable lead. It's like nobody on your offense seems happy. I don't know how much faith they have in all of it. Like, I don't know who the faith is in. Like, do the routes not develop long because they don't think the line holds up? They don't trust Hurts no matter what it does. Has A.J. Brown lost it? Like, I don't know if he's still peak dominant guy or has he lost a step and that affects everything. I don't know, but it hasn't looked good. 4 1 possession wins. Today they lose, and now rival Giants, then at the Vikings, then Giants again in a bye week.
Okay.
So you can write. This is a ship writing hours potentially.
AJ Brown's made it super publicly known how pissed he is. Won a Super Bowl doing it. He's in the parade. Like, I hate all of this.
Mm-hmm.
But now Devonta Smith is also like starting to leak it out there that he's not happy. Like, I didn't know.
I don't think this has started. It's been going since whenever AJ Brown started. Devontae he's just tinier, so people don't listen to him.
True. Also,
it's been going for this. Like, if you check it's been going the same. He might be the muscle of this operation.
He's Marlowe.
Hey, listen, man. The ones you doubt. That's Mr. Smith in the Eagles wide receiver room.
Yeah, I very much am anticipating the Kyle Duggar and a 2nd-round pick for AJ Brown notification to hit my phone. Probably after Thursday night football. It'll be one of those things like AJ Brown wants to suit up this Sunday, but the league simply won't allow it. Like, that's exactly
y'all gonna get Jahan Dotson and like it.
Oh, we have several options better than that, so I'm all set there.
I'm not sure if that's true, and I'm not sure if the Patriots realize it.
We absolutely.
Pop Douglas still gets targets, man.
He really hasn't since these last couple of weeks. Like, there has been a tangible change, and that's why I'm excited for tonight, because I do think they can. I don't think they're going to win, but they should. They have no excuse to not make this like a very, very competitive game throughout. Really none, especially offensively. Like, I don't think the Bills' defense is really that good, and those could be famous last words an hour before kickoff. But I really don't think, like, Stephon Diggs is going to have a big night. Like, whatever service you want to be on, hires, overs, whatever nomenclature you want to use. Like, I can't imagine. Last week he feasted.
Or is this Hamlin locking him down, man? I know all your tricks.
I can't imagine.
Daddy-o.
And, like, I think Kayshawn gets unleashed tonight. Like, I really do think those guys have a good game. But I also want the Drake May, Josh Allen comparisons to stop, because I don't really see any. I think it's disrespectful to Josh Allen. A lot of Patriot fans are just like, well, he's a big kid who can run. And I think it's way closer to Herbert. Like, I think that's a way better comparison.
Drake May's looked good. Let me see a little bit more before I compare him to either one.
Oh, he's got a long time. But people were tracking, because of this week, people were tracking how their numbers looked up through this many games into year 2 for Josh Allen versus Drake May. No surprise, it's a heavy favorite for Drake May. Like, Josh Allen didn't really take that leap until the second half of his second year, and then year 3 is when he went fucking crazy. But yeah, Josh Allen has like superhuman strength that Drake May just will never have, and that's no shot at him. Like, that's just not an attainable thing.
He'd only one to get it, yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, it's him and Derrick Henry. Those are the guys
Henry might have lost his powers, man. It might just be a Josh Allen type. Yeah,
but at his peak of his powers. But I definitely see more, like, because Herbert today just took off for like 47 yards. Like, it was nothing to start off that game. And it's like, that's kind of more how Drake runs and operates as a passer too.
We're going to see, because, again, that division very much wide open after the Bills, and the conference could be.
Yeah, I think the conference stinks. Like, I think the AFC is really bad this year. If the Chiefs aren't that good, which is undecided, like, that's a big game for the Jags tomorrow. If the Jags knock off the Chiefs, forget, like, the Jags might be I might consider them the best team in the AFC. They already have a case.
3 weeks in, it was Chargers, and they've lost 2 in a row. So it's like they're still in that mix. Broncos fighting back, kind of inverse Chargers, and after that is 2-2 right now. Bengals, they're trending down. Chiefs, we'll see. Patriots, we'll see. Texans have won 2 in a row, but the dregs of the AFC is like the Raiders are terrible.
Yeah,
the Raiders are absolutely terrible. Ravens, Dolphins, Browns, Titans, Jets. NFC, there's a lot of teams like there's not as much separation because the bottom is Saints, Giants. That's 1 win. Then everybody else has at least 2 wins. So still some TBD. The AFC is already sectioned into the Raiders and below. Thanks for coming out. Middle tier, let's see how it shakes out. And then Bills and Colts. Everybody else is kind of in between.
I was going to say the Colts, put an absolute hurting on the Raiders today. And Genty looked good, so shout out GM Withers. Genty again looked good, but Jonathan Taylor just simply looked better.
I wish if he was on the trade board, I would have traded Jaylen Warren for JT too.
He's early MVP consideration for Jonathan Taylor. If he can run this up, best running back the quarterbacks played with, Daniel Jones. I think we can agree on that.
Sure. I don't even know who DJ Giddens was pretty good,
but
they look. Anna Ramo is just good running at the defense.
Good at setting one up. I don't know if he's built for the long haul, but if you need someone to come in and refurnish it, I don't know there's anyone better.
I think that he is, because I don't think this Bengals defense, I don't think he was the one holding it back. Somebody had to go. He was the one that had to go. I think that'd just be the move. Like all these coordinators at Brian Flores, if you're not going to get a head coaching gig, Anna Ramo had chances for head coaching gigs. I know he had some interviews.
He had some interviews for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know what comes with that. Colts next week have the Cardinals at home, at the Chargers, home for the Titans, at Pittsburgh over the next month. So that's
3-1.
I would say 2 very winnable games. And if the 2 you get are Chargers and Pittsburgh, that'll help you a lot in terms of seeding, playoff wise. Then they go overseas to play the Falcons in a bye week. So back-to-back bye weeks. That's a delight before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think the Colts end up maybe the 1 seed. They have a very forgiving schedule.
I'll say the Bills schedule is just so cake, though.
It is. But I don't know. How many more first place teams do they have?
The Bills?
Yeah, from last year.
Let's see. The Bills next month is New England tonight, at Atlanta, a bye week, then at Carolina, Kansas City. They still have, first place, they have Tampa Bay, which will be at home. They have Houston, which was a first place game, but Houston might be bad. They at Pittsburgh, home for Cincinnati. Philadelphia was a first place game. That's December 28th at home. That's week 17, might not matter for one or both. Wrapped around Jets and Browns. This is Cake City. Bill should win at least. I don't think 16 is too crazy, man. This is maybe that Kansas City game trips them up.
I was going to say that's enough time between now and then, but we'll know a lot about Kansas City by then too. That may not be a tough game for it's in KC or it's in Buffalo.
That one is Sunday in KC.
Okay. Yeah, Miami's pitiful. They just kind of quit today.
I don't know if they quit. I think they're just bad. I don't think my homies quit. I think they're just not very good.
Yeah, they had the ball with a minute left. It was 4th and 9. It's just not enough time to punt and think your defense that allowed 27 points to the Panthers was going to get the ball back. And they almost did, but I
don't hate them for that. Because they would have got the ball back, I think somebody said, with 54 seconds left. And they got it to 3rd down, and the DB committed a penalty. You would have got the ball back with 54 seconds, needing 3. So if you're McDaniels, it's I don't trust either side. of it.
Sure, but you already have the ball. Is my like you already have the ball, so just fucking go for it. They were showing poor Kenneth Grant, first round pick. We were both very high on him. Defensive lineman
only 4 tackles, mate.
He's not going to tackle anyone. He gets pushed behind. He's playing where fucking Julius Peppers was playing on the Browns. That's where the center Ben Grubbs was pushing him back into the secondary. And then he's after the play, like grabbing his knees, like, God damn, this is hard. It's like, yeah, dude.
That's nasty. I was ready to be out on Bryce, but there's just not enough good quarterbacks or quarterback options to be like if you're out on Bryce, you're in to do what? Draft Drew Aller now? Like what are you in to do? It's like, man, I think you just keep riding it out and hope you smooth out some of the. He wasn't the only I saw a couple quarterbacks with just the scariest today, just outright drop the ball. Dart did it. Bryce Young did it. Like you see a big scary guy and it's just drop the ball.
That'd be me.
So that's what I'm saying. It happens. Dart doing it as well. He could be like, see. I think you just ride it out because again, I don't know where else are you going? Are you trading for like somebody else's overpriced? Like you trying to get like somebody that's been paid? And yeah, that worked out. Purdy? You trying to get Purdy? I don't think you can get Mac Jones off of him.
Oh, you mean 6 cents? I see that.
What's his name? The black and red Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah, that was. There's nothing like a cocky Mac Jones is no one benefits from that. There's absolutely. I mean, he was getting up like doing the like shoulder adjustment in people's faces, just like what have you done? Kyle Shanahan looking at John Lynch like, see, I told you, Trey Lance, get Trey Lance out of here.
If only they hadn't paid the purse. Like, hey, he can look as good as he won. That ink is dry, baby. Like, y'all, do what you feel. I've already won.
Well, that was strange too. Like after the game, Mac Jones was like, I am here to be the backup. And I was like, sure, I guess.
No, you got to say the right thing. He trying to get hooked up next to the Kevin O'Connell or whoever pipeline next. So you say the right things, make the right plays. See a dead body out in front of your hotel, and I said, "Did he kill the person?"
Morning coffee, just
There's a dead body out there. I think I'm the first to see it. I think he's bleeding from his neck region. I'm not too sure.
What a wild thing to report. What else happened today? Nothing really football wise. I mean, Donald Baker, I do think is also why I'm sure there are some coaches, some GMs right now worried to cut bait, knowing like if I look worse, Daniel Jones, if this guy goes to another team and starts cooking that like 1 year after we get rid of him, brutal. It doesn't get so now our guy's getting a longer leash because of that.
No, I think they should, but I don't think they will. I don't think coaches will get a longer leash, even though I think they should.
Definitely not coaches.
I don't think quarterbacks will get a longer leash because the coaches are not getting like that. We're just going to keep cycling these in staggered pairs, pretty much, or resetting both at the same time. Like next year, Carolina might be like Canales and Bright, like y'all both. We don't know who's the issue. Y'all both out, and it's like, man, it might not have been either of us. It might have been both of us, but both y'all are out. We're about to reset again and try this again with the 2027 draft or whatever.
And even the Raiders, like I remember being confused at the time as to what was happening, but I think I was more confused from Seattle's side of things. But why didn't they just sign Darnold? That was like a rumor that was circulating before
the Raiders.
Like why didn't they? I think if they had signed Darnold and drafted Membu, I think they're in a much better spot right now.
Well, they could be in a much worse spot, so I'd agree with that. I think the thing, maybe he said as much. I think Darnold was like, listen, I came from an innovative offensive play caller. I need another innovative offensive play caller. Not what you did in college, not what you did 10 years ago. I need somebody I think that can call to my strengths and weaknesses right now. To which I also wonder, is Seattle joining Green Bay status, just in terms of, listen, we know when a quarterback is cooked. We know when a guy, I think they got every ounce out of Russell Wilson they could and sold high. This Geno looks awful. Like, legitimately, I thought it was some, like, okay, like new circumstances. They got a bad line. And you go through it was Steven Ruiz going through, like, it's like these are rookie mistakes he's making. You can't have that from your 10-year plus veteran. So if Seattle is just team, we don't know if we got an MVP, but we know if this guy is done. We know to get
right.
So once they say they're out on Darnold, do not buy. Like, buyer beware. Yeah, like they traded for Geno because of Pete. Peace wash too. Oh no.
Yeah.
This is a package. I think I just wanted to have my homies live in Las Vegas instead of Seattle. And have my son as the offensive line coach.
I mean, when you were talking streaming tight ends, you can't stream this guy anymore, but AJ Barner's been money in the bank for a team that drafted Elijah Arroyo high. And then like he looks good in his 1 target a week, but Barner another 2 touchdowns, Cooper Kupp fine, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy, but like weirdly a very like JSN just continues to be better than what he was pegged to be coming out of Ohio State. Like, he's catching downfield, he's beating people with athleticism. It's kind of like the wide receiver room he was in, which is what I've pointed to for all of these guys. It's like, if you're starting and getting a target share with all these other guys we already know are good, what is that? Like, that tells me, like, I don't give a fuck what the tape says. Like, why are they throwing him the ball if they have all these other options? There's an obvious reason for that.
Right.
And then you look at my boy pick down in Tampa. He continues to dominate every week. Yeah. Every week. Like, right now, there's no more surefire thing than an Ohio State wide receiver, especially if they've played there for multiple years.
Depending on which side of MH2 you're getting, which half you're getting. Are you getting the half where it's like, yep, this is the guy that's everything we thought he was, or the half where it's like, do the Cardinals have offensive practice? Like, has he met Kyler Murray? Are we sure? Do we know for sure? And even then, it's still worth it because, again, the high ends are so high now. Like, if everybody's inconsistent, I think you just bet on like, it might be a 0-pointer or a 20-pointer. You just got to bet on the inconsistency because some guys only have nothing pointers.
Yeah, I'm so ready and willing to blame the Cardinals for MH2's flaws, whichever ones they are.
If you're generational, can it be the Cardinals? They got Larry Fitzgerald.
I saw the Raiders fuck up Randy Moss.
He had 1,000 yards. I wouldn't call that fucking up. I'd call that a testament to Moss's excellence.
The whole world at the time did. Like,
not the whole world. Not the whole world.
The whole sports world.
They weren't catching passes from Marquise Tuiasosopo. I think D. Franks is like, it is something to the generational. He just, it is like the speed separation. That's what it feels like. Because it's like, yeah, he doesn't have, it looks so much smoother in college. Yeah, he's 6'4", 6'5", whatever. He just doesn't have that athleticism to win that way. But I think that's what makes him, it's like he can still, you think he still can win because he's so technically sound. He's so big, so strong, smart, all that. That it's like when all that can, like I don't know if you saw, he had I think they gave him the touchdown at first, but ruled it at the 1. He just went up over 2 guys.
Oh, yeah. No, crazy.
So it's like, so it's like when he's doing that stuff, that's Mr. Generational.
But also,
when it's not, I don't know.
It was a crazy play, like awful play, awful decision to throw it there. Like, that's where I come back to it being like, yo, that's crazy. He made that play. Why did they throw that ball? Why do I got Mr. 6'4" Generational if I'm not going to throw it up and let him make a play? Do that 1-on-1, not that 2-on-1.
He's not 1-on-1. Who else? They're not covering Greg Dortch.
If the Titans could scheme up AJ Brown open, who was a larger wide receiver who wasn't like beating people with verticality, but was like, yeah, I could beat you if I like really pound my foot into the ground and break at the top of my route 7 yards up. And then I have that 2 yards of separation. Once I have the ball in my hand, now I can use my strength because you're not going to hand tackle me from the side.
Did they scheme it up or did he scheme it up?
Maybe he may have. Listen, the offense has been shit since he left. So if you told me he was running that offense, I'd be surprised. Zero. But yeah, I think there are better ways to try and utilize him, and that's not to say he's never had like a good route called for him that he didn't win. Like, of course, that's happened. Like, he's still a young player after all that, but. I would like to see it somewhere else, and then I can be like, yeah, like that. It's him for sure. Him. I just can't just rule out the Cardinals stink.
But it's one of like where unless he goes somewhere that's like a lot. One, I mean, he's not leaving, but it's like you take
no, he's not.
Like, do you takes like where's the sure upgrade? Like Kyler might be the new Mendoza line for a quarterback. It's like if we can't do better. We should probably hold on to him, but I think Kyler's my line on can I pay a guy? If you're at the Kyler line, then I can't give you the 250, whatever the going rate for just a starting core. I can't do it. Cannot do it. I might can franchise you if you want to work with, like on something shorter term, maybe. But if it's just got to be, I just have 250. I think that's what Purdy got. I think it's what Kyler got. I'm trying to even think of. I don't know what quarterbacks have recently been paid. Yeah, it could. If you have, it could be a lot worse for you. But do you feel good about that? Like, does that reassure you? Like, we're paying two. Let me get his contract exactly.
It might be better to be worse in certain situations.
That's what five for 230 was Kyler, so not 250. He's at 43 million cap hit this year, 53 next year, 43 the year after that. Okay, now that's interesting. Potential out in 2028 with no dead cap.
Oh, that's no potential there, friends.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's zero, you're done in this town. But that's the line. Like, can this person be better than Kyler Murray? If it is, okay. If not, can we do we have Kyler Murray at home?
What did Darnold get from the Seahawks?
Let's see.
It was like
Darnold got 3 for 100.5 with 55 guaranteed. Very fair.
So that's basically what Baker got too when he extended with Tampa.
More or less.
Like that to me, if you can't draft a quarterback, and I'm talking to the Colts right now, if you can't draft a quarterback and you have a guy who works there for whatever reason, that's the fairest quarterback to negotiate in the world. That for whatever reason, that guy's like, no, I don't want to go back out there. It's that what's that thread where it's like you don't want to be back in the streets.
Bro. Yeah. Daniel Jones like they pecking out there. You do not want to be back in these streets, bro. I've seen things.
That is Daniel Jones. He's going to the Colts every day. Like, just throw me a number. I might take it. You never know. Anything you say, I might take today. I already got paid. So I'm good here. I love Michael Pittman, my best friend.
I just can't. And I know like we said it, but others said it at the time. If 3 for 100 was the price, Minnesota wouldn't have did that. 33. I'm looking here. 33 a year is per year is very like that. Yeah, it's Dak, Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, Josh Allen, Burrow, Tua, Purdy, Goff, Herbert, Jackson, Hurts. That's 9-10. All those guys are 50 million. Kyler's at 46, Deshaun's at 46, Mahomes is at 45, Cousins is at 45. Stafford's at Stafford got a new deal this year at 40, right, which is like very for what you're getting, very fair. Gino got 37.5. I thought was fair. What a lemon thus far. Darnold's getting 33.5 and Baker's getting 33.3, which that might be the best non-rookie contract in the league.
Yeah, both of them. And both of them were like nearly flawless today. 38-35. I wish I had been able to see more of that game. That seems like early game of the year, just in terms of like fun being had.
The Redemption Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, both of them were on the Panthers together. This is what I'm saying. Like,
keep that in mind when Bryce is balling for some LA Ram. Bryce Young is cooking in 2029.
Yeah, just no self-scouting there, and I know they were both there when Rule had like complete control. But yeah, that to me, what the Vikings did, like they were, to me, they drafted JJ. He got hurt immediately, which is nobody's fault. That allowed Darnold to shine. But to me, it's like, and every team would do this. They put too much weight on the first round pick. I know it's only been a year since he was a first round pick, but you hit on a quarterback with you used the first round pick, no doubt. You also hit on a quarterback. To me,
for cheap.
Yeah, like bring him back. We have Justin Jefferson still. We have Jordan Addison still. We have TJ Hawkinson still. If Sam Darnold gets hurt, which is a thing that happens to quarterbacks every day, then we can go to JJ. Like, we're not flushing him. We're not trading him unless someone tries to blows us away with an offer, but it's working right now. I don't know. And I know KOC is like very high on JJ McCarthy. I know that to be true. Mm-hmm. So I get it. But when something's working, I don't, especially at that position, like, let's just keep it rolling. We still have him here. He's still here.
Right. Which I was like, okay, but if Darnold was like, no, this is my chance to break the bank. I need that 5,250. It's like, yeah, hey, we bid you adieu, big guy. Salute. But yet 3 for, I just counted out. If I have it right, I think Baker is the 19th highest paid average annual value quarterback. And he's at 33. Do you want to guess who's below him? Who's 20th directly below him?
Is it someone who sucks? Is it like Geno?
No, Geno's above him. Geno's at 37.
I don't know.
Justin Fields at 20. There's nobody from 20 to 33. So that's
not
the
shocking. Yeah, that's not shocking.
Yeah, it's like, so that's the range of, okay, if you think this guy's pretty good, it's costing you 33. If you don't know, it's costing you 20. That's where the market is right now. So even with that said, it's like, I don't know. I know Baker is a something, and he's 33. He could ask for a new deal right now. Darnold can ask for a new deal right now. Geno shouldn't ask for a new deal.
Well, I mean, if I remember Darnold's contract, that was basically, I'm pretty sure they can get out of it after it. If not year 1, it's definitely year 2.
I think
it's a 3-year deal.
Not long term, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, because you said it was what, 55 guaranteed?
55.
I thought that was like 20 as a signing bonus, and then year 1, like that was all the guarantee.
Probably, yeah.
Which, like, we'll see what they do, because they took a quarterback this year too, and kind of similar to JJ McCarthy in terms of where people project him as an NFL passer day 1. So yeah, we'll see if they try and get cute with this shit too. I personally wouldn't. Like, if he takes the job from him, Seattle of all teams should know, like, yeah, we'll gladly pay our backup. It's like, just look at the whole position. Your 1 through 3 quarterbacks, whatever money and picks you allocated, just play the best one as long as you can.
Which feels like and again, I don't think they will, as Milroe was 3rd round pick, so he won't have that 1st round rush. Like in an ideal world, yeah, Darnold plays out like all 3 of those, then you hand it to Milroe. But if not, if Darnold, if after 2 years Donald's like, I'm willing to stay for like 37, like I like it here. Y'all like me, I like y'all. 30? Yeah, I love throwing the ball to JSN. I'd like to do that for a long, long time. It's like, I don't know, man. Milroe could be anything.
Yeah.
And it's like 4 years from now, it might look. It's like, man, McCarthy is so nice, but it just doesn't help all the guys right now who are 31 and ready to win. Like, we won 14 games last year. We're ready to win. We're not playing for 2028, JJ McCarthy. We can't afford to do that.
I mean, Jared Goff's another one of these guys, 2nd team, just cruising, but got the bag. Very much got the bag.
They said he started his, is it 86 game? Today he started, we're 87. He had started 86 for the Rams, and I think he'd won 42 for the Rams and won 43 for the Lions.
That's crazy.
Oh, it can't be 80 because he's won more than maybe a 60 for each game. I was like, Jared Goff ain't going 500. That's not his business.
No, he's either going 0-15 as a rookie or in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he was 42 and 20. He started 69 games for each. That's pretty good. 42 and 27, so plus 15. And he was today makes 43, 26 and 1 with the Rams. So Jared Goff, 80, just 30 games above 500 as a quarterback. A 1-1 who talked about like a 3rd round success story. It's tough out here. That's how you know it's tough out here. When the 1-1 guys are talked about, like, if you could just get them in the right system.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're a 1-1 guy and team does give up on you, like, yeah, they will talk about you like that. And especially when 1-2 has also been kicked around for a while.
I mean, I can like give up is like if we sent you to the Browns to die on their back of their quarterback jersey. We sent you somewhere like that had been winning, that's going to win a solid like
Listen,
one
it's
more
the Lions.
game.
It's not far off.
Listen, these are the Rams we talk about before. They ain't exactly super prestigious. So he's that's another one where I don't know. Is he a system guy? Man, you need to look for a system guy now.
Yeah.
Please get a system guy now.
Just
I think that's a good point with Jeff too. Yeah, QB too environment dependent to say with confidence that Kyler is mid. I think I agree with that too. I might need to see him on another out of the same Cardinals stink that's on MH2. I might need to see that for Kyler as well.
Yeah, I think it's fair. I think it's super fair. There was another football thing, and now I can't for the life of me. So I don't know. I came into the story late. I wasn't on my phone at all yesterday. The first thing I saw was that Mark Sanchez was handcuffed to his hospital bed like a movie character of some sort.
They had him like Harvey Two-Face Dent, man.
Yeah. How did we get to that point? I don't know how. That's where I got. That's where I got on the train. I said, that's a weird thing. And I was like, I don't even want to know the backstory, but what
yes,
happened?
you do. Some of the wildest shit I've ever seen, man. Everybody got the news like around the same time, like, hey, Mark Sanchez got stabbed yesterday and like Schefter was like it was a robbery attempt. And this one of those like oh, like a stabbing is just like so personal and horrifying that it's like God damn, he got stabbed, man. Praying for the best. And now it's come out that allegedly he was trying to get into a fight with like a gig driver. Yeah, and like in their 60s. He told him to move. The guy hit him with like the pepper spray. Then he had to bring out the poker and slice Mark up. And I've seen now the pictures have come out of the guy, and the guy like this was some type of scuffle. Sure. I'll say that. So I don't know. The streets of Indianapolis were declared unsafe by nobody who knew anything about the story and just saw stabbing Indianapolis, man.
Big city Indianapolis.
We have to get the combine away from there, man. It's just not safe. It's just not safe.
That's
and now it seems it's unsafe if you driving DoorDash. It's very unsafe from the sounds of it.
That's like how hammered was he?
Oh, it might have been. I don't think that was just beers.
No, for sure. For sure. There's no way that's just beers. He'd be too sleepy for all that.
He had to poke you up. You end up arrested, stabbed, and I'd imagine unemployed after that.
You'd have to think. It did feel like the ESPN guys were super excited to type Fox Sports employee every time they referenced it.
At in Fox Sports to make sure
he was he was drunk and running wind sprints in the alley prior to the skirmish. I did see a lot of people like saying he was stretching. Sure. Yeah.
He knew he was like Thanksgiving turkey.
He tried to order a knuckle sandwich. He was like, I would like to deliver DoorDash me these hands. This is what Mark Sanchez put in.
I'm here. Order for Mark. They sliced their boy up, man. They called the ambulance for me and also for you.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
You get the ambulance, I get the ambulance, and the cops. Ready?
I thought, man, I was like, are we gonna have a Jesse situation? It's gonna be Jesse Sanchez at first. When it first came out, like after they were like, I'm thinking there's some more to this Mark. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a Jesse situation. I was out, it was 12 of them, enormous.
Subway, yeah.
Yeah, I did what I could. And I don't. Then I was like, is this false flag? Because now it's just we just want a reason to send everywhere to it. Indianapolis is just so unsafe, man. If you're trying to deliver a meatball sub out there, you got to watch your six. I think is what they say.
They're a border city, so you can only imagine MS-13 has run rampant in the streets of Indianapolis.
The French 75 need to clean that.
Yeah, where is Dockage? Was it? He had to have been on a ladder nearby. He must have seen this whole thing go down.
Dude.
He said Sanchez. Which one's
right?
which?
What? Who? Ideals Mio.
It's Los Angeles coming into the middle America again.
This is so. It's like, yeah, man, you got to lock your doors against this person that looks like this. It's like, but the perpetrator wasn't that. Yep, you got to lock your doors against Indianapolis. He's gotten past like weird. He's just on the racist time, man. I can't even. Like, I can't even have fun with it. Yeah, it's like I can't even.
Yeah, of course.
I can't even have fun with it. No more.
We know, Dylan. We know.
Mm-hmm.
We know they do.
Of course, yeah.
The city is completely unimportant.
Correct. You fill in the blanks. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not great. Definitely not great.
Yeah, like Petrito, they say he's at a motorcycle crash. A woman that was not his wife was on the side. I said, that's interesting news to report in a motorcycle crash. A motorcycle crash? Oh, okay, man. Praying for him.
The Tiger ones, because the last car accident he was in was just a car accident, and that one I'm still waiting for more details. It's been like 6 years. You just never know.
I was gonna say he gets in a lot of car crashes.
Yeah. Shouldn't be driving.
No.
No, not at all. And my beloved Red Sox went in and just absolutely stunk up the joint, as I had warned everyone all September was going to happen.
You picked him to win it all, man.
Yeah. But
you should have cut down the net.
That was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. The Yankees have not looked like a real baseball team. Even against us, they didn't look like a real baseball team. Now they're playing a real baseball team, and they're getting fucking thumped. I said Max Fried did not look good against the Red Sox. He finished with 0 earned runs against the Red Sox. I said he had traffic he had got 2 guys on every inning. Like, this is not a serious pitching performance. So he goes out today and gets absolutely fucking rocked by the Toronto Blue Jays, who now just have to win one more game to advance. Feels like they will. Trey Savage went out there and absolutely.
Is this when the Yankees come back? They were down 1-0 before and came back and defended home.
Well, they're down 2-0 to Toronto.
That's what I'm saying. But it was an elimination game for them before. Now they're back in elimination.
Playing a serious franchise this year. I just can't imagine. I mean, they shouldn't have won game 2 against us. If Jared Duran just catches a pop fly hit directly to him, it's us getting packed up by Toronto right now.
Oh no, y'all's glove work in game 3 don't give me as much.
It was bad in game 2 too. Yeah, it was like we weren't a serious team, which is what I've been like. People were mad at me all September on Section 10 because of everything I had said about the Red Sox in September, and I don't know why people were so surprised. It's just like, yeah, we're not that great.
But then how could you still pick them to win it all?
Why would I ever pick the Yankees? What kind of psychopath?
Oh no, for that series, of course.
I'm
anything after that
from Boston, unlike Cam Schittler or whatever the fuck is. I genuinely don't remember his name.
Listen, that boy's still dealing K's against y'all. Y'all better learn how to pronounce his name.
He isn't like he's like saying you moved to Southie after college is the most I'm not from Boston sentence I've ever heard in my fucking life. From basically Rhode Island. Like he lives closer to Pawtucket or grew up closer. And this is what I don't get. And I know this happens in Atlanta too. What happened to pride, Withers? Like when I say Walpole, Massachusetts, it means nothing to you. All they have there genuinely is the state penitentiary. That's all Walpole has. Imagine the feel-good story. Walpole kid does good. Instead, this fuckface wants to claim he's from Boston and but doing it in the strangest way possible. He's like, oh, get ready for Bruins season. That's the most fucking Inglorious Bastards holding up the 3 meme I've ever seen. Like, no one from Boston would say, get ready for the Bruins season. It's not a thing anyone's ever said out loud inside city limits. So yeah, I've never seen someone win and then cry so much in my entire, like, win so easily and then just cry.
That's what the Patriots did for all the 2000s, man. He got it from you, Dad. He got it from you.
Not a chance. We were getting suspended for winning. I can't wait to see what happens to this.
Hey, I was gonna say, let's just see.
Yeah.
Because that boy, what, 8 innings, 12 Ks?
Oh, carving up. It was and throwing fastballs down the middle. I was like, listen, he absolutely shoved, but he also, like, this wouldn't work against literally anyone else. I don't know how to quantify this.
You got to know your opponent.
Don't know how
it's your biggest rival. When he showed up, he gonna be he getting one of the 20 feet tall posters on the side of Yankee Stadium. That'll be there forever, no matter how this season ends. That'll be in the start in DVDs.
That'd be very
the Schlittler game.
That'd be very.
Getting up 1-0 and blowing 2 of your rivals embarrassing, man. We're past that.
No, it really isn't. When the other team's been up 3-0 and is the only team still to have lost 4 straight.
And now you losing to these guys?
It's not the same by any stretch of the imagination.
They both embarrassing.
No, definitely not.
They're both embarrassing.
For sure not. But the Blue Jays.
It's not embarrassing to lose to your rival?
No, it's very annoying, but that's why I didn't want to make the playoffs. I said it all September. I was like, this is not.
So you wouldn't lose to the Yankees?
Correct. I was like, we're not going anywhere.
No,
we're not a playoff team. I would much rather not make the playoffs than lose to these guys. Yeah, 1,000%.
No, you've already lost the plot, Mick.
This was not once our 12th injury of the year happened, I was like, this is a AAA team. Like, they should not be going to the playoffs. This is not a serious operation. And it wasn't.
They was 1 game away from advancing.
Yeah, to getting smashed by Toronto.
Maybe.
It was very serious. Like they said, 8 home runs to 7 Ks is dominant.
I did see that. Vladdy's got as many hits as the Yankees. That's pretty good.
No, it can't. It can't. Not anything can happen in October.
I'm with D. Franks, man. Anything can happen. Nah. And baseball, I'm with D. Franks.
Incorrect.
Anything can happen, baby.
You cannot take a AA team and be like, they're going to win the World Series. That's not how that works.
The Diamondbacks got a World Series, bro.
Yeah, in 01.
That don't count.
They had Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling. Like that.
They the Diamondbacks.
They weren't there with scraps. Like they didn't send their single A, the Chihuahuas, to the playoffs and cut down the nets. That's just not how it works.
They won with who they got. That's how you do it in the
yes, all stars, literal stars, like the best pitchers in the world. Yeah, they did. What a story! It rags to riches.
Get up to the rival, and their place got a chance to close them out. Yankees send
them
all home.
Game two was,
and now it's New York bellowing through the city.
Yeah, I had people being like, "Why did you do that?" It's like, thanks for showing up. Like, what are you talking about? Why did I do that? I've been doing it since 2018.
The jinx of the McMahon.
Yeah, sure.
The jinx of the McMahon.
And then I got to deal with Bregman pump faking. It's like, no one wanted to sign you last off. So what are you talking about? That's why you're here. No one else was trying to sign you.
He won y'all's 1 game. Y'all better talk nice to him.
He did not.
Y'all better talk nice to him, or it's gonna get even ugly. I know y'all got a
super
sweet swinging third baseman to replace him with.
Listen, this is just like trying to chart me for the Mookie trade. It's like no one's been louder about how stupid of a fucking idea that was than me.
Yeah. No, listen, we're simpatico there.
Yeah. No, they're. I don't know how to grade any of our GMs anymore because they do some truly genius things, and then the next day it's like, what if I did the stupidest thing you've ever seen? Would you like that? Very strange. Yeah, I'll always listen. If me and Withers were game 2 and 3 starters, I still would have picked us. We would have had a better shot, honestly. But there's no world Murakami is not Japanese Devers. I like Murakami, but he's no Devers. I promise you that. Did break the Japanese single season home run record that stood since like 1967. So baseball had been in Japan for like 20 years as a concept. Like that's how long they had it. Someone set the home run.
Just took it over,
I guess. Yeah. Babe Ruth set that record pretty early in baseball's career, and it took a long time for it to be broken. Yeah. Who else got tossed? The Padres didn't put up really any fight at all. That was strange. The Cubs kind of just shout out Nance. I'm glad he did get to see a win. That guy pops up anywhere. He sees a win for the home team.
Oh, listen, it got dicey at the end because that should have been bases loaded, no outs.
Yeah, poor Xander. That was the best use of ump cam yet. That was the best. Xander turned and be like, "I'm going to murder you."
They look too much like police cams that get shut off suspiciously.
1000%. Yeah.
I was like, what even the point of this? The cam's not going to overrule the call, right? So what is this for?
No, I mean, you've gotten a couple of cool shots off of it, but it really pisses me off when they cut to it for a live pitch. That I can't stand.
Yeah.
Like that. Right. I know how impressive pitching is. I don't want to see it live. It can work for replays, but yeah, it is body cam footage. So I don't know. ACAB stands for umpires too. Don't forget. Yeah, ABS, they're going to be in their feelings for a few years when they start the challenge system. But yeah, Padres put up no fight. We put up no fight. The Guardians.
Y'all went to elimination game. That's some fight.
These were all elimination. They were all, other than the Dodgers, who mopped up our Reds.
I was going to say, yeah, that was
in short order.
Your Reds. My Dodgers still playing.
The rest of them all went, and the Tigers showed out. Shout out the Tigers. I think that's like the only thing I picked correctly in the first round. And
it's first inning.
Yeah, I'm going to be Justice. We talked about that very thing. Usually my good nights end that way, so I've never had a bad night. I can't. Usually I'm paying to have that done to me. Take my kidney, chain me to the bed.
Wake up with surgery without a job. It's tough, man. It's tough.
Allegedly without a job. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
If I'm false, I said that guy was twice your age, Mark Sanchez. That's not a good look for us as Fox Sports. We're letting you go.
We're a family company.
Yeah, come on, man.
We don't recall saying good luck.
Stuck and move, work the body.
Yeah, if he had won the fight, maybe.
If you knock this old fuck out, then we'd have you on the 8th. Man, you'd be calling Ohio State, Michigan next week.
Yeah, you can't lose the fight and keep your job. Yeah, that's not a legal thing. Very preposterous. Very, very preposterous weekend for Mark Sanchez. He was in The Hangover for some reason. What a strange...
in Indiana, in Wild Town, Indianapolis. They got to move the con. I don't know how do you expect to keep Tyrese Halliburton, Caitlin Clark safe there, Daniel Jones safe there. I get them all out. If it's so unsafe, get them all out. Was it St. Elmo's Steakhouse? How can a guy enjoy a good steakhouse yards away from where Mark Sanchez was dressed up as the Raiders defense in those streets?
They did poke holes in them. What else? There was something else baseball. The NL. Yeah, Cubs advanced. Got their doors blown off by Arian Foster's Brewers. Dodgers beat the Phillies. Like, I stopped paying. That was 3-0 Phillies, and I was like, the big win for the Phils. And then I look, and Roki Sasaki's out there throwing 1,000 miles an hour. That's the end of that. That's the end of that chapter. I said, oh, well, all right. But rough weekend for Philadelphia. Just a rough weekend. Penn State lost.
I'll say the whole state, yeah.
Yeah. Penn State
UCLA.
Lost.
Hard to defend you, James Franklin, and bring up your only lose the top 6 guys. And he said, hold on, just you wait.
Check this shit out.
Hold on. Watch this. Ta-da. Also winless UCLA.
Phillies lose game 1. Obviously, plenty of series left there, but it gets early quick. it does get early quick in these 5-game sets, so they get the day off at least, recoup. I hate that about the second round. Like, it should be a full slate again today. And it has nothing to do with the NFL part of it. They just always have done this, and it's stupid.
So then we're getting 2 a day, right? We're splitting.
There will be more crossover. Like, I think game like 4 will happen with maybe 3 games, but they split it up.
Tomorrow will be 2. LA, Philly, 2 and 2.
So maybe it is just 2.
Wednesday on. Not Wednesday. Okay. Wednesday, if we get some game 4s, it'll be super. We could have all 4 series going.
Okay.
If there's all 4 series going. But after that, Thursday and Friday are back 2 and 2 if necessary. So Wednesday it could be a good game of ball, a good day of ball.
Tigers Mariners should go to 4. If the Yankees have any pride, they'll push it to 4.
They might have pride. I don't know. Do they have talent?
No, not really. Who's starting game 3 for them, chat? Unless Withers has it in front of him.
Let's see. For the Yankees,
both sides in that game.
We've got Tuesday, October 7th, Rodon versus Bieber.
All right, so congrats to the Blue Jays. Getting to the ALCS. That's big for them.
I mean, is it going to matter if the Blue Jays keep scoring 15 runs? Like, does it?
Well, that's what I mean. Rodon kind of stinks, so I don't. And Bieber's like an unknown just because he's been hurt. I know they've saved him for this game specifically, but Yankees, Whitey Ford v.
I'll say, nope, nice try, Caesar. Nice try. They got Yogi Berra's brother, Boo Boo Berra, on the bump.
Shout him the fuck out. Shout out my
6
guy.
innings, 2/3 innings of work.
Why can't I bend my arm that way?
There he is.
Good grief. Rodon will throw 7-shot or be screaming at his own fans and teammates by the top 2 for sure.
That's the type of boom bust I need in the playoff. It's working. 4 and 2/3 innings of like 3. That's no good for nobody. You need to get shelled immediately, or we need to start bringing up historical. Like, nobody's had the type of game you're having since like Mazeroski in 1957.
I had we need to figure out a term for what this is, where like you Google correctly, but the AI response is just so preposterous. You just have to be like, I don't even care what I was looking for anymore.
That's one for them, one for me. If I Google it wrong, that's one for them. If I Google it right, they give me the AI, that's one for me. Score 1 for the good guys.
I drove home after the Red Sox blew game 3 and got in bed and just immediately went to pending free agents. Like, I go through the stage of the grief pretty quick. So I'm like, all right, how are we building this next? And the MLB free agent list doesn't list the Japanese free agents because they don't know until they're officially posted. They get added after the fact. And so I Google, I'm like, all right, there's always a couple now. We don't have to wait 5 years for the next big thing. Like people were saying, Murakami's coming over. So I just Google upcoming Japanese MLB free agents. Like, I feel like that's broad enough to get me to some article that's been written by somebody. Shockingly, not a lot written on the subject, even after I've done multiple other Googles.
They need the McMahon to dip the pen, is what they say.
It's possible, but I don't know. I can't even get those. Unless I'm picking up the phone, I'm calling Japan. Who are you sending us this year? But the AI at the top said Munenori Murakami. That was the first one. The second one was Yu Darvish, and I was like, I know he's not even just a regular free agent because the Padres keep giving him contracts.
I was gonna say, he would have to opt. Has to be player.
I don't even think they gave him opt.
Yeah,
they just kept paying him to lower his AAV. Like, he's there for like 7 more years. And then it was like Hideo Nomo, and I said, I know that's wrong.
What do you mean? He's not a free agent?
Hideki Irabu, not of this earth anymore. Like,
he's not a free agent though. God bless his soul. But he's not a free agent.
Yeah, I was just like, this is very, very preposterous. Yeah, Kazmat. I'm shocked Kazmatsui didn't make the list. D Franks. Like it was that. That was what AI was like. These have been
Koufax.
Yeah.
Bob Gibbs. Yeah, what, Hideo Nomo Jr., a thing you have to ask now?
I don't think they do that over there, to be frank with you. I've never met the junior coming out of the Pacific.
Roki Sasaki the third.
Esquire, yeah.
Ichiro Ramon Suzuki the second, junior.
Who's that wearing 15? Yeah.
Hey, say, bro, who's that in right field with the cannon arm, roping single after single?
It's just still regular
Beats
Ichiro.
me, bro.
Yeah, it's still just him.
He's 62. He's batting 388. He has 47 steals. He hasn't been caught.
Oh, the big bags he would be. Yeah.
Hideo Nomo Jr., no relation.
That might be sports story of the year more than I think about it. Devin Hester Jr. just not having any relation to the regular Devin Hester.
It's like it's the Hester part, not a very popular last name. No. Devin, that could be anybody. I just want to have me. It's like my parents have no idea who Devin Hester even is. Man. Like, it wasn't. I wouldn't like. My pops is not a big Miami fan. We're not from Chicago. Devin was my great uncle's name. Like, there's no.
I was gonna say he's junior. Like, clearly pops is also so. Not a fantasy football guy. Like, I don't know.
Shohei Darvish, yeah.
That could be true. I don't like who. I genuinely don't know. That could
I think we'll probably. I think it's a little too soon for this show. We're like a generation away. Otani's been 7 years now. That ain't like kid.
MLB pro. He played.
That's what I mean over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you said, do they even recycle? They're not Glazers like that over there.
It is true. Yeah, there is a Shohei Darvish.
No relation.
I need to look up this kid. He must be unbelievable.
Shohei fire name alert.
So it's Shohei Darvish CFAT. Like there's a little extra. There's a little extra on there.
Okay. He just like Kendrick Lamar. I just take the first and middle and make my stage name.
I mean, baseball, it does feel like that happens a lot. Like Cedar Rafael has like 12 extra names. Yeah, Shohei is the last name.
I was to say, yeah, so yeah.
That's actually used kid. I can see that. And he's just like, listen, I'm cold. You have no idea. You have no idea about what's going on.
We already got Junior signed to the pot. All these extensions they give me, they're just signing Junior in. We'll both be here till 2047.
Yeah, that's wild. Baseball's wild. I love baseball. Hate it this week. We'll go back to loving it. It's so much easier when your team is just ass and misses the playoffs. Like I'm just ready to watch the playoffs. You get eliminated.
I'm having a blast. Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck about this round like yet. Like I checked the Blue Jays score to make sure I can at least get some Schadenfreude. But other than that, it's just like I don't like. I was watching the end of Tigers Mariners last night because that was electric and in extras. And buddy, they're getting line drives laced right back up the middle, making plays. And then I saw this. I'm glad I remembered this. It was the 11th chat. The Mariners bring in a pitcher, and his chain explodes during warm-ups.
Yeah.
I said, you got to get this guy directly out of the game. You cannot let him throw a pitch. You can't have it.
Chain explodes how?
Just throwing. Like just throwing his warm-up pitches. And he lost them the game. I said this before a single pitch had been thrown because they showed the replay. They were like, between innings, when he came out, he lost the chain. And I said, you got to get him out. You simply have to get him out.
Athletes are too superstitious. Yeah, can't have it.
Especially a pitcher. Yeah, a pitcher.
Yeah, can't have it.
No. Oh, like he tore his rotator cuff. Get him out of there. Like he can't. We simply cannot have this man on the mound in this situation. And gave up the bacon instantly. Patriots Bills just kicked off. What do you got for a final in that? And we'll get out of here and be back tomorrow to record, day after
Mm-hmm.
for you meatballs.
Mm-hmm. I will say one change. I like the Bills' whiteout uniforms. I think they were like with the all blues. The Pats got on. I think we got a good, a nice uniform battle going. I will say it's a nice first. Is that Butte getting busy early? They're feeding
They'll do
booty.
that.
I do think it'll be a close one. I'll call it. Give me 28-24, but I think the Bills take it. Pats cover. Bills win. 28-24.
I had 34-27 Buffalo in my head all week. But now that the time's here, I got 48-0. Josh Allen retires in a heap of tears after the game. He said, I just can't beat him.
It's feasible. Playoff baseball season, anything's possible.
He's too distracted. He's like, look at my Brewers, my poor Brewers. Oh, people, Yankee fans were losing their minds because the Bills tweeted out, let's go Blue Jays.
Go Blue Jays.
And they're like, you're not from New York anymore. It's like anytime they've tried to claim New York, you've told them it's not New York. Despite being the only team that plays within state limits, you've never given them that.
They go where they wanted, man. They said, okay, we got you.
They had to play.
Look at this. Yeah.
They had to play in Toronto. They have played in Toronto. Like obviously, they're like a mile from Toronto. Like of course. That's
what I was like. I know this is meant to be a diss. It's like I don't even think it's like y'all basically can. And it's like we basically are. Like we're much closer to them than we are to Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I didn't take that as like some crazy shot. I don't think it even crossed.
I see how it was intended,
I'm sure it crossed their mind.
Right, yeah,
but that was again for a lot of protesting coming out of the pinstripes. Hate to see it, but I do love
what you want when you win.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Do love to see everyone back here. We will see everybody. If you're listening to the podcast, we'll see you tomorrow. If you're watching on the live stream, we'll see you Tuesday. Be good, everyone.
Patreon.com. Mixtape number 4 ever. We'll meet you there.
That's right.